Hello, hello. I am going to do my version of a tabletop review of the Walther Generation 1 P99, which is basically the famed James Bond gun from the Pierce Brosnan era when he first got into the one that was made in China with the Chinese martial artist actress. And I bought this about, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago used. I actually bought it broken. It actually needed a modular part, an ejector, and I got a good deal on it for $7.50 at the time. It's a pretty decent firearm, although they've improved vastly with their Generation 3 out of Germany, not Smith & Wesson, because they're fully ambidextrous and they've got the extended mag release. And just to show clear, which I probably didn't do properly, I'll clear up both of these guns. This is the PPQ, this is the latest generation, and this is an awesome buy for $837. It is rated probably in the top 3, I would say top 2 handguns in the world, combat autos. It has got probably the best trigger, it's fully ambidextrous, it's got the extended slide releases and mag release, which is very good. And the reset on this gun is just phenomenal. Like here you can hear the click. Like that is a very good reset, and your follow-up shots will be awesome. It's got a Glock trigger. It's basically, it's designed, was designed for the Polish military and police, and they kind of ran with it, and they had a good idea for what their needs were, and it seems to be doing well with North American sales. I had to buy the version with the little threaded knobby thing, which I got to put some sort of Loctite or some sort of Teflon tape, because apparently it came loose, and I haven't even fired it and it was loose, so that's just something I got to consider. So anyway, both guns. This gun just came out a couple years ago, and this is like a Glock trigger. It's a one strike kind of deal, and it's got basically your trigger safety kind of thing like a Glock, and just a sweet trigger. Whereas the other Walther, first of all, the magazines here, they both fit. It says it advises not to interchange them or switch them, and they're made by the Italian Meccar magazines in Italy. But they kind of have this PPQ goes with this one goes with the P99. Now this gun, it's a striker. They're both striker. This one's a double action, single action. And you can kind of see that right now. You can see the firing pin that lets you know that it's in single action. And it's decocked. Whereas this other gun's primarily like a one strike Glock type firing trigger mechanism. Whereas this one's anti-stress, so it'll actually, when it's in this state, it makes a little click to let you know that it's now ready to go into single action. But it's also got the capabilities to fire double action, second strike capability, which is very good. You can carry it basically in your pants and not have to worry about it going off. Although most guns should have some sort of a hard covered holster. That's just the way to do things right. Very good gun. Grips pretty good. This one, you can get a way better purchase on it because it's got this aggressive texturing, and it just feels really good in the hand. Like if I was sweaty, I could grip it. This one, I'd probably slip a bit. So they're both very good guns. This one comes with tritium night sights. I checked it out in the bathroom. A lot like a few years ago from the French. They overdid a bunch of French-made SIG 2022s, and they had basically the tritium night sights, and I got a good deal on that. I think I paid $837 with taxes, whereas this one was $837 without taxes, and that was a few years back, like 2006. But yeah, both good guns. This is what a Glock should be. I'm kind of disappointed with the Glock Gen 4. I mean, a lot of people like it. It's a bit smaller, but basically they did the bare minimal, and just to keep up with M&P, because M&P grabbed a big Detroit contract for 5,000 pistols for their police officers. Plus they make the AR rifles, so they basically sold all their Glocks now with the M&P .40 calibers, I believe, 5,000 of them. So Glock did the bare minimal. I'm disappointed with that. This is what Glock should have did. They should have made it like fully ambidextrous and like a kick-ass trigger like this. Proper Picatinny rails systems on it. That would have been clearly the way to go. And then some sort of a grip in the front if they're trying to do like an American IPSC market. That would have been the way to go too. But this has got a sweet trigger. They both got sweet triggers. They both have disadvantages and advantages. And honestly, if I was ever to go again with this format here, I would go with the Generation 3 out of Germany. I don't like this. I mean, this is good. This is phenomenal. I mean, you can't really complain too bad. It fits the hand better than a Glock. And I'm not trying to rag on Glock. Glock's a phenomenal product. It's just it's what everything's measured to, because it's been kind of dominating the scene for the last 25, 27 years. And their magazines, there's a whole bunch of carbine companies that use their magazines, so their magazine sales are pretty good for all these companies like Kel-Tec and Theron Firearms, and there's a list of them. The latest Vector Chris Super V, that's another one. But I'm not really talking about Glock. I'm talking about these guys. I think they're really good. They're sometimes underrated. And by the way, this is a snap cap on the table. It's a dummy round. It's just for display purposes. Nothing's going to happen because it's a dummy round. It's just for purposes. So anyway, that's my tabletop review. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Hopefully I got it all on the camera properly. That would be nice. So anyway, have a good night.